let's take a look at this fertilizer. I feel like I never get a good close-up. All right, let me get a good grip on this. Now, feather meal, alfalfa meal, kelp, fish meal, and I believe there's some other natural ingredients, including charcoal, also known as biochar. I'm hoping that gives you all a good look at why this is my favorite fertilizer. It's the Neversink Blend from Seven Springs. I believe it's Farm Supplies. But again, a little bit more than what you could get at the big box stores. I'm not getting paid for this. I just really am very impressed with this product, and I do recommend it, but please make your own decisions. So while I have nice organic compost, I like to put a layer of this organic fertilizer on top in my raised garden beds. And we are inside my greenhouse. We are in sunny Florida, zone 9B. My best time to grow in the greenhouse is in the fall, winter, spring. So I put a layer of the organic compost. Now I have more of my organic compost. So again, that was fertilizer, organic fertilizer, and now a dusting of the organic compost. And the reason is you really just don't want to leave this exposed. You just won't get the benefit, right? Now, my other way of doing this is the zipper method, and we'll cover that on our next video. This is just a short video of what I'm doing inside the greenhouse today. I have been trimming the bottom of the plants. I'm on my third clip for the tomato plants as far as trellising them. We've been enjoying the basil in our soups, and I made some Neapolitan pizza last week in my wood-fired oven. That's such a great way to cook. So again, I just put enough of this compost over to cover the fertilizer. You could alternatively just rake it in, or what we'll be covering next week, known as using a zipper. So you might want to check that out next week. Good reminder to subscribe, like, and share. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish doing the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beds, and then we'll come back, talk about what we've got growing right now. So again, just wanted to show you what I like to do while I still have my organic compost. I'm down to maybe half a yard. When this runs out, again, we'll switch over to the zipper method. What I'm referring to is the zipper method, and I'm going to use that method, the zipper tool, out in the home market garden. So again, we'll cover that next week. I've applied a layer of organic fertilizer. I just finished spreading the organic compost over the beds. I still have my raised garden bed right in front of the greenhouse. You can see it right there, that I have to do. Basically amending the soil all over again, right? That's how we started, with beds filled with organic compost, and then we amended into it organic fertilizer. All right, I got a little bit of sweeping up to do. The bottom of the pot I used does have some holes in it, so a little bit of a mess, but we'll clean it up. And back there you could see a couple of branches that are touching the soil. I need to trim those up. That's not good. So I'll go ahead and water this in, and we'll come back and finish up the video. Anybody else like to hand water? I find it very therapeutic, relaxing. So again, I'm just going to water this in, and that'll take care of it. Again, I said I do need to trim a couple of my branches or leaves so they're not touching the soil. I have about a dozen Roma plants still. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with those. And I'm starting now to interplant my seedlings into these beds as I figure out what I want to do strategic wise between inside the greenhouse and outside of the greenhouse. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to just enjoy this for a few minutes. It's beautiful out. It was upper 50s in the morning, and it's absolutely perfect inside the greenhouse. Real quick, I do want to touch on when I was spreading out my fertilizer around the base of the tomato plants more so, but I also around the base of the basil and the beets. I did put a little bit extra of that organic fertilizer and compost. Wanted to concentrate it more around where the root system is going to be at this stage, but I did put some, as you saw, around the whole bed, because as I said earlier, I want to interplant more vegetables. So I did just want to touch on that. A little bit more fertilizer at this stage around the stem or root ball. Probably that's established right now. Over time, the roots will really reach out, so that's not as much of an issue for me, but I did want to share that with you. All right. I clean my seat. I don't want a dirty ass. I didn't look at what the temperature is. It's probably in the 90s inside here. Whew. Getting hot, but I don't think there's anywhere else I'd rather be. Excuse me one second. Brock Hughes, got to stay hydrated, right? If it was in the afternoon, Brock, you know I'd be having a nice ice cold craft beer, right? I hope this finds you well, Brock. Anyway, so today's video, short. This is what I do to fertilize my tomato plants. That's mostly what I'm trying to grow in here. I do have some other veggies, some beets, lots of basil. But I did this last year. After I established my beds, which there's videos on that, I came back and broadcasted some of that organic fertilizer, broadcasted another layer of the organic compost. I just think, we just keep building that healthy soil. I must have had 70 plus pounds of Roma tomatoes, and I started canning. Anyway, so that technique has worked really well for me, so I hope you'll give it a try. This is what I'm doing. It might not work well for you. I understand that. I'm just trying to take you on the journey with me and see how this turns out this year. As I said, next week I'll have a video on fertilizing the market garden beds. Again, those are 30-inch wide beds. I put compost, amended in organic fertilizer. I did direct sow. Now you can see all the seedlings. In a couple of weeks they'll go and fill in the gaps, so to speak. And today I will also be starting 4 more types of vegetables. Maybe I'll have a video on that, how I do it. How do I always leave you? I really hope this video finds you guys well. I really hope you get encouraged to start growing some organic vegetables. For me, there's just nothing more satisfying. My grandkids have been on this journey with me. They're exposed to it. They eat this stuff. This is just a great journey for the family. And, I grew up as a car guy. I could live without the hot rods, muscle cars, collectibles, and just have this in my life. It's just a great addition. So thanks for watching. I hope you'll give us a thumbs up. Please share it. Hope you guys are subscribed if you're not subscribed already. Thanks for watching.